Hi, and welcome to Rambling Media. It's a show. Pretty much. So,
to an extent.
So today we have with me, first of all, I'm Midnight, actually. Hi.
Congratulations, you remembered your own name.
Thank you. I genuinely forgot. I am also here with Switch.
That's me.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sherlock.
Aye.
Yeah, I was looking at Sherlock.
You looked at Sherlock when you said Switch. I was like,
yeah, you guys can't watch the actual show. And finally, we also have Bluejay.
G'day. Good to know you remembered my name.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either. I just it came back to me.
Do we all need to start wearing name tags?
I was thinking between your other alt accounts, and I was like, which one was it again?
Yeah, we need to start wearing name tags, I've decided.
Cool. So another episode of Rambling Media today. How are you guys feeling today?
Super.
All right.
Great.
profoundly average.
That's how I'm feeling.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My response sounded sarcastic, so...
Yeah, I'm feeling just kind of fine. But today we have a new episode, and today it is actually Bluejay's episode.
Hi.
And I believe... Actually, I'll let you take it away, Bluejay. What book? Sorry. I mean, definitely not a book. How would I know it's a book?
It's a book.
We don't plan these in advance, don't we?
He says to the person with a lot of notes in front of her.
Yeah, so
yes, no
And is the
planning.
only one of us that actually takes notes.
Correct.
Yes.
So
Hey.
I am prepared, unlike you three.
unfair. I was doing notes for my episode.
How'd that go?
Remember, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went well. You guys remember it?
Didn't we scrap that episode?
No, that was the one.
That was one of the few episodes we didn't scrap.
Okay,
that was the
right.
episodes that we didn't scrap.
Okay then.
See, I was prepared.
Yes. I am prepared, you are prepared, the other two are not.
Admittedly, one of us doesn't need to be.
No, but reading notes in advance might help in some circumstances.
Yeah. Sorry. By the way, side tangent. Because Sweet. I said his name. Okay, I'm gonna censor that. Side tangent. Switch.
Yes.
I'll just cut that part out. Sorry. Switch. I just saw you were playing a game because your Switch is out, Switch.
Yes. I figured it would fit the theme of my name, so I brought it with me today.
What are you playing?
Absolutely not relevant at all, but Fire Emblem Engage. I'm just mindlessly grinding on it while we discuss.
Go for it.
Cool. All right.
Remember, I don't know if you remember this, but I mentioned earlier, this is a story you are going to need to pay attention to, or you will get very lost.
Very quickly.
Oh,
I have a feeling I'm going to be lost regardless, but don't
I know,
worry.
but there were different kinds of being lost.
My ears and eyes are capable of functioning independently, I assure you.
I am well aware you're not the only one here on the spectrum.
Yeah, we all are.
Yes. Fun times all around.
On the spectrum and with severe trust issues, apparently.
I have autism and ADHD. What do you expect?
Not me. Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We shall go forth into the book that I have read.
What's the book?
One of many. It's called A Face Like Glass, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this author's name. I think it is Frances Hardinge, I think.
Spelled?
Hardinge. Hardinge.
No idea.
Told you.
Probably French.
Anyway, I assume you're all already confused by the title of the book.
Yeah, so...
It is gonna make sense, hopefully, as I continue into the plot. This is going to take a while. There's a lot to this book. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to start with some background. So I need to explain exactly where this is taking place. We are in an underground city that I am going to pronounce multiple different ways during this episode. It's Caverna? I'm going to say Caverna. It's like cavern with an A on the end. Because it's underground.
Well, that's like Caverna sounds probably closer to what the author was intending.
Entirely likely. Anyway, so yes, we have an underground city. And the people who live there produce something called true delicacies. So, just to give you a list here, we have special cheeses that give people visions. We have special wines that affect people's memories. We have certain spices that can sharpen your senses. And perfumes that can affect people's minds, like make you like them and stuff. I'm getting weird looks already. This is going to go great.
Well, no, isn't that what alcohol does already?
I was going to say, that any wine can erase your memories.
Erase memories. There are some wines here that can revive memories as well.
Oh, okay, that's very different.
Also, the way these wines erase memories, the way usual alcohol works, it's not that you don't remember it, it's that your brain stops recording. These wines erase memories that are already there.
So it's a delete button. Brain bleach.
Pretty much, yes.
Excellent.
Okay, and there's something interesting about the people who live in this city. Now, for those of you who don't know, or indeed don't think about this, because who would, facial expressions for normal people are learnt much the way things like walking and talking are learnt. You watch other people do it and you figure it out yourself. That is not how these people operate. They need people to actually, teach them how to move their facial muscles to make expressions.
So they're like people who have dyspraxia.
Sure. I don't know what that is, but sure.
Care to elaborate?
It's basically dyslexia, but for muscle movements.
Yeah, sounds about right. And the people who teach other people to make facial expressions are it's more than that. They also design certain facial expressions for certain things. Oh. They're called face smiths.
So Mystique.
Bad Mystique
really?
No, I was making a bad joke.
I know you were making a bad joke.
But it don't even apply. Mystique just changes her entire body.
Mystique is a shapeshifter, that's different.
Yeah, but
I apologize to people who know nothing about the X-Men franchise.
You should, though.
I mean, there's a high chance that you do if you're listening to this episode, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, where was I? Okay, we have...
Face Smiths.
Yes, face smiths. And how many facial expressions someone could learn depends on how much money they have. Because it's...
it's a capitalist hellscape.
Oh, definitely. And one final thing before I go into the story, we have our ruler called the Grand Steward. There's also, by the way, things in Caverna that lengthen people's lives. So the Grand Steward is over 500 years old at this point.
Okay. Right.
Something else that you should know about him. The royal court is very dangerous. In order to... he's gotten increasingly paranoid and has found a way to stop sleeping. Wow. Basically the way in that he sleeps very much in the way dolphins do.
Or sharks.
One half of his brain is asleep, the other brain is awake to the point where it's practically two people in one body.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's how SPD is supposed to work, but okay.
Yep. Exactly the same thing I was thinking.
Split personality
disorder.
Technically, no, but this is different because it was a result of not sleeping properly.
Right, okay.
I'd like to point out as well, things aren't normal in this place.
Really? Couldn't have gathered that.
I know. So yes, sometimes you just have to roll with things.
Hang on. Are you saying that, like, so his dream self and his conscious self are fighting for control? Is that...
No. It's
okay.
It's like the old, like people used to believe, you know, left side of the brain controlled certain functions, the right hand side of the brain controlled other functions. It's like, imagine if there's like
the hemispheres.
Yeah, the two hemispheres of the brain split in half and resulted in two people.
Right, okay.
So it's like chimerism.
I guess so, yeah. I can't think of a better description, so yeah, let's go with that. Anywho, and that's just all the background.
Yeah?
So let's actually start the story, shall we?
That was just setup, okay.
That was just the setup, and like, we don't find all that stuff out straight away. I'm just giving you background, so I don't have to constantly stop and explain things.
Fair.
Good idea.
Because otherwise I'd be doing a lot of explaining. Right then, so the story starts with a cheesemaker named Grandable. A lot of these names are really weird. Please bear with me.
Okay, grand and bull as in the animal, or
Grand IBLE.
what the heck?
That is his name.
A very grand mandible.
Sure. Like I said, a lot of these names are weird. Please bear with me. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he's a cheesemaker. Sort of an older, reclusive guy. Doesn't have any friends. Is a little paranoid. His house is built like a fortress.
Right, okay.
Anyway, the story begins when he finds signs of someone living in his place.
They're in the walls.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
It turns out it ends up being a 5-year-old girl.
Oh. So, what does that mean?
Well, once he realizes that, kind of finds he ends up adopting her. Because, you know, small child, all on her own, decides to just take care of her. Going on the theme with weird names, her name is Neverfell. One word, Neverfell.
I mean,
I'm gonna guess there's gonna be an ironic twist to that later.
There is not.
Oh.
That is not. No, apparently
So
it's the name of one of his cheeses.
What type of cheese is that?
I don't know, but she fell in it, and that's how he found her, and so that's her name.
your name is Cheese.
Hang on,
That'd be like adopting someone and then naming them like Cottage.
So this
Brie
or
I mean, Brie is fine.
Yeah, but spelt like the cheese, not like
I know. It's still fine to
I'm
say.
just gonna stay silent. It seems I'm just not gonna get a word in this podcast.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, ask your question.
I've forgotten what it is. Oh wait, no, now I remember. So what you're saying?
Mike.
What did I say about it? Okay.
That is why we have microphones.
That is not the right way up. There we go. But yes. So what you're saying is this dude is just collecting foster kids like Pokemon cards.
No. No, that is 100% not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they're in his territory, then
it's one child.
It'd be like how a kid plays Pokemon normally. Like they just get their starter and then blitz through the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I've never played Pokemon. He just has the one.
No. Oh, so Cheeses isn't his other kid. Okay.
No. Neverfell is a type of cheese that is now his daughter.
That is now the girl's name.
Yeah.
Right.
And something worth noting, the first thing he does after deciding to adopt her is he gets her a small mask and tells her she always has to wear it when other people are around.
Is that because he can't afford to give her more facial expressions?
No.
Huh.
We shall find out later.
We shall find out later. Anywho, we jump forward 7 years. Neverfell is now 12.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
What's with the pause?
I'm waiting for Sherlock to finish doing the maths in his head.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm really tired.
Because I could just see him thinking. I wanted to give him a break.
Yeah.
Okay. Neverfell is a very energetic child, likes working with clockwork devices, I guess. And judging on the descriptions of her behavior, probably has ADHD, if I'm going to be honest.
Like, how does her behavior described?
Scattered, energetic, very good at focusing on things that she's interested in.
Okay, so
Always asking questions. Also a bit on the clumsy side.
yeah, so just ADHD.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. Like, it's never obviously said,
Yeah.
but a case could be made. Anywho, and she and Grandable are currently working on a special cheese that will make its debut at an upcoming banquet.
Okay.
It's poison cheese.
I would not recommend poisoning people.
No.
Don't do it.
Okay.
We don't know whether murder's explicitly illegal in this world, do we?
It is.
Oh,
It definitely is.
Oh, that's a shame.
That said, nothing really happens if someone is murdered.
So it is legal then.
Oh, it's
It's not legal, but it's
not acknowledged.
It's not prosecuted or have criminal action put upon against it.
Yeah, something like that. Because apparently members of the royal court are in the habit of hiring assassins. Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Okay, so
Anyway, moving on. So, first key point in the story. We are visited by a face smith called Madame Appeline, who is, she wants a sample of the new cheese that's being made so she can design some faces to go along with it. Grandable is saying no, because it's supposed to make its debut at the banquet. Neverfell tries to, smooth things over because she wants to talk to Appeline about maybe helping her with her face, because she thinks she has to wear it because it's, like, really bad to look at. Because Grandable hasn't told her why she has to wear it.
I see. Okay.
And in doing what kids normally do, like trying to help but not really knowing exactly what they're doing, she sends a piece of it to Appeline when Grandable is not looking. So when Grandable finds out that she did this, it becomes increasingly more paranoid and goes to, like, increase his defenses. Because he's essentially living in a fortress. He's increasing that. And point being here, Neverfell's chore list increases. Try not to react to this. One of her chores involves milking a rabbit.
Okay.
I said try not to react to that. You all failed.
Not the
I was
straight.
acknowledging what you were saying by saying okay. I'm not sure that counts as a reaction.
True. Those two definitely reacted though.
Also, not the strangest thing I've heard about being milked for
What is the strangest thing?
rat.
Yeah. So the rabbit's getting milked.
An attempt is being made. She's not very good at it.
I wonder why.
The rabbit escapes through a hole in the wall.
I see.
So Neverfell is now going to go and find it.
And does she find it?
They're making rabbit cheese?
I guess so. You're really stuck on this thing, aren't you?
It's just a weird choice to make cheese out of it. Go on.
Yeah, keep in mind these are special cheeses.
You'd need quite a few rabbits to do that, though.
They only have the one. As far as I know.
Oh yeah, cheeses have certain abilities again, right?
Yeah, they give people visions.
Give people visions. Okay.
So they're drug cheeses.
No.
As like visions of the future?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, does the story ever specify the size of the rabbit?
No.
So it could be as big as a cow for all
I mean,
we know.
it's described as a regular rabbit. Like,
In overall appearance, perhaps.
it's big and it's small enough that it can be held.
Right, okay.
Okay.
And the people here are regular-sized people.
Cool.
Presumed to be regular-sized people.
Well, it sounds like they're slightly shorter due to a lack of something that I'll mention later. Or I could just mention it now. What are you unlikely to get lots of living underground?
Vitamin D.
I was about to say lots of things, but vitamin D is the most obvious.
Yes, you would be correct.
Probably also vitamin C. Which means they might have scurvy.
I don't think so.
Because it's hard to be able to get good sources of vitamin C deep underground and have it grow.
I think they trade for like other foods from with their delicacies. I don't know, it's a whole thing. Anyway, on her quest to find said rabbit, we meet someone named Zool.
Zool? What? Who's Zool?
She is a young girl who is also trying to fix a mistake she made with Madame Appeline. So she helps Neverfell sneak in. Basically, Zool wants Neverfell to erase a mistake she made by giving Madame Appeline some true wine. And Neverfell wants to take back the cheese that she gave her.
Do we know what the true wine does and what the cheese does?
The true wine erases memories. The cheese is the one that Neverfell sent to Madame Appeline by mistake.
But does this cheese like give any specific visions or?
It's not really clear, to be honest. Because whilst she is sneaking around, Neverfell gets caught.
Oh.
So, in order to try and fix her mistake, she eats the bit of cheese herself. And, like, her mind just explodes briefly.
Oh, okay. So
her, okay, you mean that metaphorically, obviously.
Yes, well, that's why I said mind, not brain.
Are you saying these people managed to essentially condense the power of the tree of knowledge into a piece of cheese?
I don't think so, no. Like, she sees things.
Well, I was about to say, the tree of life grows the knowledge of good and evil, not...
No, that's a different tree.
He said tree of knowledge, not tree of life.
Oh.
Anywho, so she gets caught, loses her mask in the confusion, and is taken away by the law enforcement, which is they are referred to as the Inquirers.
So they're inquisitors.
No, they're Inquirers.
That's...
I'm ignoring your bad jokes now.
they're an
No, that's not a bad joke. That's a...
Reference?
Yeah, it's a reference.
I know.
I'm not sure why you bother at this point, Sherlock.
I don't know why most people bother with me, to be honest. But they do, and it keeps happening. So, anywho, it turns out the Inquirer's jail cells are giant bird cages that hang over water.
As you do, okay.
So, at some
Are we
point,
still not allowed to react to any of this?
go for it.
Yeah, so they can be in bird cages.
Yes, they're giant bird cages, essentially.
So they're willing to risk the prisoners' lives if something goes wrong.
It's a way of intimidating people. If they're not getting the answers they want, they lower the cage.
And they couldn't just give them a food that's essentially a truth serum?
I don't think they have that. That's one of the few things they don't have.
Okay, but in a world like that would seem like the easiest thing they could make.
You'd think so, yeah. Never occurred to me, but I don't think it's ever mentioned. Nope. No, it's not.
Depending on the person, just being drunk is effectively a truth serum. So
This is true. I wouldn't know. I've never been drunk. Anyway, we also find out why Neverfell has to wear a mask.
Okay, why?
She is not like the people of Caverna. Caverna? I said Caverna, didn't I?
You said Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Caverna. Thank you. She is different.
What way? Like,
She makes facial expressions like we do.
So she's a regular human by our standards.
Correct. And in there, it's bad. Because it means that she's not from there. She's from the above world.
Oh, okay.
And we need to figure out how she got there.
Oh,
And the interesting thing about Neverfell is the man who raised her sort of decided to just stick with the one facial expression. So she never learned how to make facial expressions. So every thought she has basically just dashes across her face. You can essentially see what she's thinking. To an extent.
so she has zero poker face whatsoever.
Oh, she cannot lie to save herself. She just can't do it.
right. So, okay. So, wait, is it an above world now? Like,
No, we're still in Caverna.
no, as in like, sorry, there's this world above.
Yes, there is the above world, which is like normal world.
Okay, so Kavanaugh is as in like just a giant city in the cave,
Correct.
right? And the above world is just our world, or
Yes.
okay, right. Continue.
I feel like I'm confusing you all. Anywho, in between questioning sessions, someone tries to kill her.
Who?
We don't know. Yet.
Yeah.
And after that little detail, we meet someone called Maxim Childerson.
These names are killing me.
I
why
love
not?
the facial expressions I'm getting from you guys. It's amazing. I'm enjoying this.
It's like
We're flexing our superiority on the underground.
Fair enough.
yeah, it's just like these are the types of names that I would have thought up when I was trying to think of like a fake name to use as an online handle.
Or
Yeah.
like a name that a DM drunkenly pulls words out of a hat and then just goes, yeah, that'll do.
Look, I know I'm probably asking way too much of a fairy tale here, but does the story ever explain what... I've forgotten the guy's name already, the paranoid dude.
The paranoid chief.
Grandible?
Grandible. Does it ever explain why Grandible couldn't just have a conversation with her and explain everything in like 30 seconds?
No.
He's a paranoid man. He's probably...
She does ask the question. He does give an answer. Not a very satisfactory answer, but it is an answer. Basically, conversation goes like this. Neverfell asks why she has to wear a mask all the time. Grandabelle says, and I quote, for the same reason that a scratch wears a blister.
What does that even mean?
Exactly. I said it's an answer. I didn't say it was a good one. I think it's because, like, you blister to protect the skin that's underneath.
Right, so in other words, she's wearing the mask for her own protection.
Yes, because
but he
if
could
people...
have just said that.
He could have.
Yeah.
I do not know why he didn't.
I mean, I suppose even then, it's unlikely that would have been a satisfactory answer for her. But
She's a 12-year-old girl. Of course it's not satisfactory.
Yeah, but I still don't understand why he would be so cryptic, though.
Yeah, but I don't have an answer for you there.
Probably the same reason why a lot of paranoid people are cryptic, because...
Yeah.
What, does he think he was being spied on the whole time?
Probably.
Well, he never found out how she got into his house in the first place, and it is allegedly a fortress. Very hard to get into, so how did she get there?
Teleporting powers activate.
She's a regular human being. She does not have magical powers.
She doesn't, but it doesn't state that other people in this world don't.
No one ever does it, so I assume they don't.
Oh.
Anywho, I've completely lost the place in my notes. Where was I? Maxim Chillison, right.
Yeah.
How do you take any of these people seriously? I have no idea.
Maxim Chillison.
Yes. Anywho, so he goes up to Neverfell, explains the situation, which no one else has done yet. They're too busy questioning her. Apparently, Grandible's technically in trouble for harbouring an outsider.
Oh, okay.
So yes, that's a problem. So he tells Neverfell if she takes full responsibility for her own presence, basically it lets Grandible off the hook and convinces her to let him buy her just to get her out of that cage.
Like, in like what sense? Like,
Never actually...
As a slave, I would imagine.
No, more like a walking curiosity.
So a freak show exhibit?
Like a gimmick.
So like a circus exhibit.
Or maybe even like a pet, who knows. It's never stated clearly, but that is the word he uses. He specifically says buy.
These people seem to go back and forth between being afraid of outsiders and just kind of looking down on them as a curiosity.
Sort of like elves.
just like, sorry, kitten, I can't hop on Discord tonight.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, okay. One of the first things we learn about the Childerson family, by the way, they are, what's the term? Vintners? Winemakers. They make the special memory wines. I'm pretty sure it's Vintner. Midnight's looking it up.
Cool. I'm looking it up.
Vintner. I was trying to sound all fancy. Anywho.
Give it 30 seconds.
1.
Yeah,
2.
Vintner. You're right.
Vintner! Yay, I got it right.
Or winemaker.
Okay, so one of the first things we learn about them is they have this special breakfast ritual. They have something, because like Kavanagh operates on a 25-hour clock, and usually some people take, like, they sleep in shifts, because no daylight, you have no idea if it's night or day. There is no night or day, there's just the clock. So people just sleep when they can.
Oh, so you just sleep when you feel sleepy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
But this is what makes the Childersons different. They operate on an overground 12-hour clock, and it is required that they all have breakfast together in a special morning room.
I'm assuming that spells morning as in daytime, versus mourning as in big sad.
Yes, as in the time of day mourning.
Right.
Neverfell admits that she can't remember what happened before she turned up in Grandible's tunnel, so before she was 5, there's just nothing. But apparently she gets, like, brief, like...
memory
flashes? So, not really flashes, more like impressions. Like, for example, in the morning room, there's, like, a clockwork bird or something, and for some reason she just knows that that's not what actual birds sound like.
Okay, so... And then that's...
So Maxim takes him to his lab to see if they can try and revive her memories with wine. It doesn't work.
Okay.
So plan B is to... Sorry, my phone just turned on. I didn't say, hey Siri, go away! Okay.
Okay.
I can't believe that actually worked. Anywho, so the next plan is to take Neverfell to the upcoming banquet to see if anything triggers something in her memories.
Right, okay.
Apparently these are like really high stakes, lots of pressure, tiniest mistake could mean ruin for everyone, so...
So the overworld folk are somehow immune to the effects of true delicacies. Is that what they're trying to say?
No, she wasn't immune to the cheese, remember?
Oh, right.
It's just like whatever was used to remove her memories in the first whatever happened to remove her memories in the first place, it's just too strong, the memories are gone, they can't be retrieved.
Huh.
Or they can't be retrieved for now.
No, they can't be retrieved.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, spoilers, but she's never getting her memories back.
Right. And from this point on...
Yep, so go to the... And to give you an idea of how tense these banquets are, apparently just looking at people the wrong way can set something off.
Okay, so as in everyone will try to throw hands.
Something like that, yeah. And...
Sounds like everyone's a bit paranoid.
Oh, you have no idea. Something happens. This is going to sound ridiculous, but one of these people who was serving one of the wines, like, tiny drop comes out of the glass, and apparently a tiniest mistake could mean their lives. So Neverfell does something comparatively stupid. She knocks the whole glass over.
Okay.
Which is a big, big bad. She's immediately sent home. And people start to panic.
Okay.
Because that puts the whole Childerson family in danger.
Oh, because it puts a target on their backs?
Well, yeah, because she was with them, so it's their fault and all that jazz. And because Neverfell is in the habit of jumping off cliffs, metaphorically, she does the exact same thing again and turns herself into the Grand Steward to get the Childersons out of trouble.
Okay.
Sensing a theme with her here.
Right.
Yeah.
She has a habit of causing problems and then fixing them later.
In the worst way possible, I may add.
Okay.
Although the rabbit escaping wasn't really her fault.
So our discussion about Zeus and the Greek gods was surprisingly relevant then.
Pity it wasn't recorded.
Well, half of it was.
Yeah, but half of it's not going to make any sense. Anywho, so she's questioned and tested in a very strange way.
How so?
Well, she goes through multiple stages of being offered. She has the option of either taking a piece of cake or looking inside a box. Every time she looks inside the box. Every time it is containing something that hurts. Either stinging insects or stinging spices, just things that hurt.
Right. Okay.
So, and after that, she is made a royal taster.
They're like, so the Grand Steward was like, "You're crazy. You're gonna be a royal taster."
There is a reason for this. After 500 years, the Grand Steward is losing his
sense of taste.
Well, it's not that he's losing his senses, it's more like he's losing the emotions that are attached to said tastes. Like, he knows what they taste like, but he doesn't feel anything.
So he's just dissociating.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And Neverfell, with no poker face, who always has exactly what she's thinking and feeling on her face, apparently helps with that.
I see. Okay.
Like, it sort of helps to bring some of the feeling back. And I just remembered I forgot to mention something else.
Uh-oh.
Something Neverfell missed after her blunder at the banquet. The cheese that they made was stolen.
Oh.
Because Kavanagh has a notorious thief.
Yes.
Called the Kleptomancer.
Oh my gosh.
The Kleptomancer. Okay, so
Yes.
that's not the thief's actual name.
No.
That's the title that they've
We
given.
never find out his name. He's just the Kleptomancer.
That hurts.
Why?
So wait, did the citizens initially think that Neverfell was the Kleptomancer? Is that why they were treating her so harshly? Oh.
No, it was simply because she was an outsider.
Okay.
Also, the Kleptomancer has been around for longer than Neverfell has been alive.
Right, okay.
Oh yeah, because you can expand. You can make your lifespan longer as well.
Yeah, also, she's only 12. So, that would make sense if the thief is an adult.
Well, how long has the Kleptomancer been around?
Never actually stated, but a while. And the thing about him is, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to his thievery. He just steals random things.
So like a kleptomaniac.
Sort of.
Well, I mean, hence the name.
Yeah, Kleptomancer, there is a point to that. I'll get to it in the end. Well, not in the end. Eventually. So, and because he's never stolen from the Grand Steward before, which takes an extra level of daring, the Grand Steward decides to try and set a trap for the Kleptomancer. So he and Neverfell go to something called the Cabinet of Curiosities. And just to show Neverfell around, really, and have a look at the stuff that's in there. Basically, the Grand Steward's challenge for the Kleptomancer is to try and steal his latest and greatest curiosity, which he thinks is a stuffed camel leopard.
Camel leopard? Or camel leopard?
Camel leopard.
What's a camel leopard?
A giraffe.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
That is genuinely what they used to be called.
really when?
That's not an... I can't... Well, like, I think when, Europeans first saw them, because they're like, what is that? It's like a camel with leopard spots. Camel leopard.
Gotcha.
Feel free to fact check me if you don't believe me. I'm getting some very skeptical looks here. Mostly from Sherlock in the corner.
Well, because they don't have humps like a camel, so why would... it doesn't matter.
I can take a look.
Go for it.
But
Midnight is our
I mean, it
fact checker.
sounds more plausible than stretchy horse.
I mean,
They don't look anything like horses.
technically speaking, zebras aren't species named zebra anymore.
Zebra?
Yeah, zebra.
Why not?
Because there was a species that there are subspecies of
Yeah.
that has now gone extinct.
Of course.
That is now their species name.
Okay then.
But they're
And yet I will probably still call them zebras.
yes, but that's because that's their common name, not their species name. I I think it was something like quokka or something like that.
Apparently both Romans and Greeks called them camelopards.
Thank you. See? Not making things up. I know things.
Just strange choice.
Yes. Although we are talking about the Greeks and Romans, it's not the strangest choice they've ever made.
Yeah. Like having their head god of the pantheon literally willing to fuck almost anything.
Yeah. I was more thinking like, Colosseum, slavery, that kind of thing.
So wait, is their mythology implying that things like the platypus and the giraffe are actually technically demigods, but in animal form?
No. It's just a strange thing that...
It's just a new animal that they wanted to think of a name for, so they combined the name of two animals they were already aware of. And I don't think they were aware of the platypus.
I don't think anyone was aware of the platypus outside of...
Neither the Romans nor the Greeks made it this far.
I don't think anyone was aware of the platypus outside of Aboriginal...
First Nations people.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
Anyway...
So the camel leopard is
Yes.
the
So,
very precious thing, apparently.
that's what the Grand Steward thinks the kleptomanta would steal. Would you like to know what he steals instead?
What?
Neverfell.
Excellent.
Latest and greatest curiosity.
Could not have seen that coming at all.
I think you dropped some sarcasm there.
Just a hint. Just a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Neverfell meets the kleptomancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure he's insane.
Okay. How so?
Well...
Why?
Well, every time he pulls off a heist, he erases some memories and revives others.
Oh.
So, no one can know what his major plan is because he doesn't know either.
Oh.
So he's written a bunch of letters to himself. It's like, okay, you've done this, right now. Erase these memories, bring back these memories, then do this.
Right.
So the kleptomancer is intentionally
Yes.
trying to...
Confuse people.
Well, more specifically, make it impossible for even themselves to know all the heists that they've necessarily done.
Correct.
Huh.
And the name kleptomanta does have a point. He's using thievery to try and predict what's happening around him. The way he described it is as followed, paraphrasing. He described it as ant mound. You see all the ants scurrying around doing various things. You take something out of the ant's nest, you can see what's interrupted, what gets upset, that kind of thing. He's essentially doing the same thing.
So he's trying to learn as much as he can about Kavanagh to try and basically predict what would happen if he stole something else.
More or less, yes. Hence, kleptomancy, divination through theft.
Okay.
Huh.
So he's just essentially he's just poking and prodding and seeing what happens. That's
Pretty much, yes. So, kleptomancer wants to erase Neverfell's memories, so she doesn't remember what's happening.
What memories?
The memories of basically the conversation she just had with the kleptomancer.
Oh wait, that means the kleptomancer probably erased her memories when she got stolen from her family, probably.
No comment. Anywho, Neverfell manages to escape with her memories intact, and unfortunately ends up in a place called the Drudges, which is essentially the slums, essentially where the working class live, who are also called the Drudges.
Wait, Drudges or Dredges?
Drudges.
Okay.
Start with a U. And she bumps into her only friend, which is a delivery boy named Erstwhile.
Huh?
I can see you trying to hold in a laugh there, don't bother. Just let it out. Just let it out.
That's absurd.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So, the slums are really, really bad. Like, even for slum standards, like, the way the working class are treated, they are dispensable slaves and no one cares if they die.
Just like real slum people in certain areas.
Yeah, so basically, apparently, when by the time Neverfell gets back to the Grand Steward's palace, disillusionment has apparently, quote-unquote, ruined her face.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me how that's supposed to work, I have no idea. But that's the thing that they say. Zul steps in and suggests taking her to a face smith before they get to memory erasing. Because that was the first thing that they suggested, which Neverfell doesn't want them to do. So, would you like to know who they go and see?
The face smith at the start of the book.
Ding, 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 Madame Appeline.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole thing there, because Neverfell feels like she has some sort of connection to Madame Appeline. She's not sure how. Face Smith admits that she did have a daughter who died, apparently. Mm-hmm. And Neverfell has a strange dream where she's like... It's weird, but like she's led up some stairs by a monkey, and then she sees something upsetting, and then all this stuff happens.
Does she remember what the upsetting thing was, or just remembers that something was upsetting?
Just remembers that something was upsetting, and apparently she like smashes a bunch of stuff. Anyway, that's gonna come back into play later. Then we have another banquet, where the Grand Steward, quote, goes crazy and kills himself. What?
Don't worry about it. I was making a Lord of the Rings reference.
I didn't hear what you said.
The Hobbitses. Because these people seem to eat a lot.
Yes. Anywho.
Yeah.
Well, they've got all the true delicacies. Anyway, so complete chaos in the court. We have two factions, essentially. We have the craftsmen, for lack of a better term, like the people who make the delicacies, and we have the inquirers, both who think different things should be happening upon the Grand Steward's death.
Let me guess, the craftsmen think that they should be in charge, the inquirers think that they should be in charge.
Correct. So we end up with Neverfell back at the Childersons while they try to figure out if it was foul play or not.
So they're trying to work out if it's a murder.
Correct. Anywho, it turns out that the Grand Steward was poisoned, and Neverfell was tricked into taking an antidote when they were at Madame Appeline's. Because remember, she is a royal taster.
Yep.
So she gets little pieces of anything the Grand Steward gets to make sure it isn't poisoned.
Oh, okay.
So apparently she's actually not meant to eat anything outside of the palace in case someone tries to slip her an antidote for precisely this reason.
Huh. Who slips her the antidote?
Zul.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, so Zul's feeling a little guilty because I don't think she knew exactly what was happening. She was forced into all this by Maxim Childerson and Madame Appeline. By the way, buried the lead a bit. Maxim is her like several great uncle. Right. And he's like the head of the Childerson family, so he's like what he says goes. So, Neverfell escapes back to the Drudges, and she and Erstwhile try and figure out exactly what's happening. This is where things go a little crazy.
Okay.
So,
just saying that like the rest of this story so far hasn't been crazy.
This gets extra crazy. So, Maxim Childerson, there's a reason why he has everyone gathering in the morning room every morning. He's been smuggling in sunlight. So all the Childersons are taller, healthier than most of the people in the city.
Like, how do you smuggle sunlight?
I think he's like reflecting it down through mirrors in a tunnel of some description.
But sunlight can only travel so far before it loses its effect.
I don't know how it works. Again, let's try not to nitpick this.
Just put it in a bag and then just go.
That would be funny, but I feel like that would be noticed. And through that said same tunnel, Neverfell's mother was smuggled in by Madame Appeline. So, and this is really sad, with the intent of, like, Neverfell's mother had some sort of terminal illness. She was lured down here with the promises of a cure. Instead, Madame Appeline just drew her faces as she died in front of her.
Huh.
Oh.
So she just wanted her for the faces.
That's
Yeah.
so depressing.
I told you. And we learn out something that's happening in the Drudges. Assassins use them as test subjects for their poisons.
Use the people in the Drudges, right?
Yes.
Makes sense.
So yes,
Yeah.
they decide. So Neverfell, Erstwhile, and Zul, plus a strong majority of the Drudges decide to escape into the upworld.
So they just travel to
Well,
the surface.
there's a bit more to it than that.
How so?
Well, technically, leaving Cabinet is forbidden. So, there's this whole escape plan.
Mm-hmm.
And something I just remembered there's a group of people I haven't mentioned yet, which are important. We have what are they called? Cartographers.
Okay.
So map makers.
Yes. Important thing to know about these cartographers, they're all crazy.
Okay.
Because Kavana does not function like a normal city.
Well,
Was it a shifting city?
In essence, yes, because it's a lot harder to draw a map for something that is essentially 3D.
true.
It's a lot easier to do when you're doing something that's relatively flat.
I mean, what you can do is have multiple maps for different layers.
Yeah, bottom line is the cartographers are all crazy.
Okay.
I was crazy once.
We're not doing that.
Absolutely not. Anywho, and the cartographers know where the tunnel is because it's been something they've been obsessing over for ages. It's called the Tunnel to Nowhere. Because what some cartographers do is they'll essentially do bat-like echolocation to find out what's in tunnels.
So they'll scream until they hear something.
They won't scream, they'll squeak.
Oh.
Squeak.
So yes, and a tunnel that opens up into the air goes nowhere for them. So they've been obsessing over it for a while. The hidden tunnel to nowhere. Anyway, so they take a leaf out of the Kleptomancer's book, because Neverfell can't lie.
Right.
So she erases her plan from her mind until it is time to enact said plan.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Plan is this. So, because there's going to be a trial for what happened to the Grand Steward. Neverfell goes to this trial, tells everyone what Maxim Childerson and Madame Appeline had been up to. Also, caused total chaos by spilling everybody's secrets that she got from the kleptomancer.
Oh,
It turns out was a former cartographer.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the cartographers.
And that's why he knows how to get everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, the drudges that decide to stay fake a rebellion to keep the craftsmen busy while everyone else escapes.
Just the craftsman?
Well, it's the craftsmen, the drudges, and the cartographers, and the inquiries.
Yeah, wouldn't it also need to keep the inquiries busy, though?
Oh, it does. It does.
Okay, just thought I'd ask, because...
So, yeah. Basically, it's a lot. And they all climb out of the tunnel. Should probably mention Grandable tags along.
Okay.
And it ends up with them, escape through the tunnel. Mm-hmm. And a la Moses, they cross the desert. To freedom.
Cool. Is that...
That's pretty much the end of the story, yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the story.
And they, bring the people who, are able to make true delicacies, like Grandable and Zool, they bring their craft-making skills with them.
I mean, yeah.
So they start making true delicacies in the above world.
Okay, that's an interesting
And
way to
that is the end of the story.
Right.
So, Civil War while some people escape.
When I say that's the end of the story, that's the end of the story for the main characters. The kleptomancer comes forth as because we have at one point we have the head inquirer. It's there's all this chaos around. What am I gonna do? And kleptomancer says, "I have a solution. You need to do this, 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 and this. I am now in charge. You do what I say." And the inquirer just sort of goes with it.
So the kleptomancer is now in charge of the...
Kavanaugh, yes.
So was the kleptomancer the one that poisoned the steward, or
No, that was
Apple
Childerson.
and the face-smith lady.
Yes,
And
Appeline.
And the kleptomancer's just there. He's just sure.
It was his grand plan to take over Kavanaugh. He's now taken over Kavanaugh, so job done.
So, was it also part of his grand plan to let Neverfell go?
I believe he is the one who put her in Grandable's tunnels in the first place.
Oh, okay.
It's implied anyway, but with all the stuff he does to his memory, he's not sure.
Yeah. But also, wouldn't because Miss Appeline takes Neverfell's mother, so
Yes.
wouldn't Neverfell be coming with her as well, or?
Well,
That's how she got into Kavanaugh.
Okay.
So, we think what happened is the kleptomancer stole Neverfell from Appeline and gave her to Grandable for some reason. Don't know what he was expecting the outcome to be, but this was the outcome.
Right. Any other questions for anyone?
I think the better question would be, how many questions do you all have?
I have several.
Just hit me.
Why on earth would anyone trust the kleptomancer in the first place?
That is an excellent question.
he wasn't the one who poisoned the steward, so that's a leg up at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also stole things from basically everyone, or at least that's implied with the case.
I think it was just the rich people he was stealing from the drudges didn't get. Also, he had a way of doing, Neverfell's logic, which really only makes sense to her, is that, she thought he would have information about the members of the court that would be useful, which it turns out he did. He was very helpful in putting this final plan together.
Right, okay, that's good to know.
Also, why did Appeline, when she saw her, or saw Neverfell initially, why would she not know that was Neverfell and, deal with her? Because she might be
for starters, when she sees Neverfell with Grandeville, Neverfell's wearing a mask.
Yes, but doesn't it imply that she was planning on taking off the mask?
Planning on it, never actually did.
Okay.
So she didn't realize until Neverfell gets caught at Appelline's place, and yeah, there is a couple of attempts on Neverfell's life put forth by Appelline. So she does try when she realizes.
Oh. Okay, because
eventually, I think Childerson tells her to stop. Is like, Neverfell doesn't remember anything. You're drawing too much attention to us. Let it go.
And
spit it out.
I lost my train of thought.
Does anyone else have any questions until he finds it?
Sure. I have a question about like where this all takes place, because so it's in a desert, right?
Yes, it's in a cave in a desert.
So cave in a desert. Maybe this is like considering how fantastical the world is, probably maybe a question not worth asking, but I would imagine that a cave in the desert would be fairly structurally unsound over time, or like if there was any
never actually explained.
Or see, like if there was like ever a rainy season, like when the whole of Cavanagh flood.
All the information we get is that Cavanagh's underground, and when they leave Cavanagh, they have to cross a desert. That's all we get.
And also for the mum, Neverfell's mum, like, so that implies that that on some level Cavanagh has contact with the outside world.
Yeah, they trade their stuff.
I was about to say, that's already been stated.
Yes, it has already been stated.
Yeah, so no outsiders are allowed, but trade is allowed.
Yes.
But also people aren't allowed to leave Cavanagh, which implies that they must have like some group of traders.
I assume they have some sort of neutral middle ground that they go to, but it's never stated either.
Also,
Cavanagh needs to get their ingredients from the above world, like the vintners need grapes and all this other stuff, so there's that as well.
I realized one question that I've had. Is it implied that this is sort of like medieval-esque? Because
it's never stated what time period we're in.
I'm not asking about time period, I'm more asking about technology. Because some things imply, like, you know, close to modern times, other things imply medieval.
I don't think there's any one particular time period that it's taking influence on, because they have an interesting way of getting light. They have these things called trap lanterns, and they like feed bugs, and they eat on bugs, and they provide light and oxygen or something like that.
That's a new one.
Because no light means stale air, means suffocating.
True. Actually, I didn't think about that part.
Yes, because they're underground. And from what I remember, I don't think they have much in the way of plant life.
Well, I imagine they would. Like, well, at least moss. No, actually, no, you're right.
Oxygen-producing plant life.
I mean, moss does still work if it's underwater.
But they're not underwater. They're underground.
No, I'm saying if the moss is underwater, not the people.
I mean, they have a river, but I don't think there's moss in it.
Because otherwise they would just suffocate after, like,
That's what the trap lanterns are for.
No, but that's besides the point. They would suffocate, like, the regular people would suffocate long before that, so the dredgers would be probably all dead by the time the story starts.
The dredgers have lots and lots of trap lanterns, though.
Yeah.
Very bright.
Also, dredgers. I think you said dredgers before.
He did.
But,
Switch, you are being very quiet. Do you have any questions? You are meant to be our audience stand-in. That's your only job here.
I'm voting Switch out.
If we were going to vote Switch out, we would have done it last week when you wasn't here.
No, we do. No, as in like Among Us. So
I knew he looked suspicious.
yeah, I saw him vent.
We're on the spectrum. We all vent.
We sure do. Yeah. Do you have any questions, Switch?
I feel like we'd be here all night if I started asking my questions.
Fire away.
Please do.
Okay, so is the implication that this is taking place in the real world and we just couldn't see it, kind of like Harry Potter?
I think it's a different world where this exists, but it's a similar world because it sounds like the above ground world is similar to ours. They just trade with this underground world.
Yeah.
Well, also they're aware that Cavanagh exists.
Correct.
Yeah, but
they'd have to be to trade with them.
But for all we know, that could only just be the nearest settlement to Cavanagh.
It could be, but I somehow doubt it.
Especially considering keeping up with the amount of grapes that they would need for all that wine.
Oh god, definitely.
The amount of production they would need for just grapes alone.
Not to mention in the middle of a desert.
Would have to be at least small kingdom.
Yeah.
At least.
I think the whole place knows.
So, like, does the story ever go into the history of, like, how the underground folk came to be?
No.
Because it seems like something they must have originated on the surface. Something horrible happened to drive them underground, and that's why they're so...
From what I remember, it's not stated, but I think they imply that it starts as a regular city and for some reason they just gradually tunnel downwards.
So they do in Atlantis.
Not really. Atlantis wasn't intentional.
Yeah, I was going to say
Atlantis was flooded.
Atlantis, except it was on purpose. Yeah.
And underground instead of underwater.
Except another big difference is that Atlantis was significantly more technologically advanced than...
But they did not have special foods.
No. Like drug cheese.
You're not going to let that go, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Wait.
Make sure you can form coherent sentences before you move your mouth.
Oh, I'm also just I'm still curious. I still have so many questions about that kleptomancer because so his whole plan, if we were to break it down, was steal things.
His whole plan really was to rule Cavanagh.
Yeah.
He just had a really complicated way of doing it.
Yeah.
A really dumb way of doing it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
steal from rich people.
Give him credit. It worked.
It
worked for all the wrong reasons, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it would have only worked if Neverfell was in the picture. Like, obviously him stealing stuff for a long time, he would have just been put to death by the people in power at some point.
Possibly. I mean...
Admittedly, he is mad.
Like, his whole...
Oh, definitely.
Like, his whole plan hinges on Neverfell doing what she does in the story. Because...
Pretty much, yeah. The thing with cartographers is if a regular person wants to talk to a cartographer, they have a timer, because there's only so long you can talk to a cartographer before they start making sense, and then you go crazy as well.
Oh, okay. As in, so the more, their ramblings make sense, the more you're like, okay, now I'm going crazy.
Correct.
Okay, another question. Why on earth would... Grandible. Why on earth would he be able to get away and be aware of this plan? Because it's strongly implied that he wasn't present, so he miraculously, because she erased her memories, unless someone who is a part of the dread...
She gets her memories of the plan back as the plan's being enacted.
Right.
Okay.
Basically, I will explain to you why Grandible knows. So, first of all, we have a little snippet of both the Inquirer and the Childersons sending people over to Grandelball's place looking for Neverfell when she escapes because they think that's where she might have gone.
Right.
So Grandelball puts his place into lockdown to try and delay them and give Neverfell more time for whatever she's doing. I think one of the drudges eventually goes and tells him, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll come along as well. I think.
He decides to upend his entire life.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was happy where he was living, and he still makes cheese in the above world, so...
Yes, but he also wouldn't... Like, he seems obsessed with being safe, so...
See, the thing is, it wasn't specifically about being safe. The point was he did not like how the court acted. He described it as a spider's web.
Huh.
So he did not feel safe in the court, so the point was distancing himself from the court. So if anything, he's doing that even more so.
Which is kind of accurate considering how the court acts throughout the story.
Oh, yeah. Lots of backstabbing.
It still didn't explain why he reacted the way he did to the cheese going to that family.
He said, you don't pull on the spider's web because you pull one strand and all the spiders come running. So
Right.
he didn't want to give the cheese to one person because it would look like favoritism.
Yeah.
And so that could potentially upset a lot of people.
True. Okay.
So Grandelball's whole thing is that he was trying to stay impartial and uninvolved.
That's fair. Yeah, and I'm guessing the whole plot, well, the title of A Face Like Glass is Neverfell's.
Yes, because when the people of Cavanagh make facial expressions, it's a conscious thing, and you see their facial expressions like moving to fit whatever they're trying to do. With us, our faces just move, like naturally. Smooth like liquid.
Great.
What's the problem now?
Oh, no, it's just... That's very appropriate considering the title of the book, that's all.
That's why I made the comment.
Yeah.
See? I are a smart person.
And do we have any other questions for today?
I think we're good.
You absolutely sure?
I think I'm going to have more of a headache if I keep going.
Fair. Switch, how about you?
So they're incapable of having like facial expressions for their emotions. Does that mean just like they can't move their faces at all without going to the smith?
No.
I don't think so, no. They have to be taught how to move their facial muscles.
So they could still be taught by other people other than face smiths, but they couldn't be taught.
Yeah, the face smiths design the facial expressions.
Oh, okay. So for some reason, body language just doesn't come naturally to them.
No.
It has to be taught. Okay.
Correct.
So it's like they're very, 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 very severely... Oh, no.
What?
Headache?
Nope. It just felt like I was going to puke. That's all.
Vibes.
Please
Okay,
do
then.
not.
Yes, please, if you puke in this room, you are cleaning it up. Especially if you puke on my books, you are in so much trouble.
I think he's incapable of speaking now without puking.
No, I'm just...
Do you need some water?
No, I'm fine. I've just got something in my eye.
Don't rub it, you make it worse. That's what I was always told anyway. Anywho, any other questions?
None from me?
You sure?
Not that I can think of today, no.
Switch?
I mean, what you said before does clear up something that was confusing me earlier in the story.
Which was?
I thought they had to literally, like, magically mold their face to a specific expression, and it stays that way unless they go back to the smith.
No.
Okay.
No, they can move their facial muscles. They just have to learn how it works.
How specific emotions
Yeah.
emote.
Pretty much.
So, like, they might have the 5 basic emotions if they're part of the drudges.
Drudges are only taught a certain amount of faces that are appropriate for their station. However, Neverfell herself very wisely points out just because they don't have the facial expression for it doesn't mean they don't feel the emotion. So they do still have those feelings, they just can't show them.
Grim.
Yeah.
It's sort of like not having certain facets of language.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's impossible to express without knowing
What it is you're trying to express.
well, knowing how it's expressed.
Correct. Pretty much. Any other questions?
Are there other face smiths than?
There are. But Appeline is the only one who's important to the story, and she's the only one who's mentioned by name.
Okay.
So yes, there are other makers of these things. They're just not mentioned much.
Maybe she tried to kill them all.
Is she the one?
Also, there was enough going on this story without me adding needless side characters.
Fair enough. So, like, is she, like, the premier face smith that is, like, employed specifically by the royal courts? Is that what?
She's the most famous one because she brought out something called the Tragedy Range.
The tragedy.
I wonder where she got that from.
Neverfell's mother, anyway. Because, yes, before that, it was all about, the brightest smiles and the happiest faces. She made faces with more meaning to them. If that makes sense.
Great despair.
Amongst other things, yes. Okay. Are we finally out of questions?
I think so, yes.
Yep.
Absolutely certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. Are any of you likely to read this book?
Nah.
Nah.
And that is all for today's episode of Rambling Media. We are, an hour and a half into this episode.
Told you it was long.
Yeah, it is very long, but thank you. Thank you.
Bluejay?
I'm just going to cut this part back in instead of read it. Thank you, Bluejay, for hosting today's episode.
You're welcome.
And that was very fun.
Maybe next time you'll remember my name.
Yeah, I will. I'll try to. Next episode, I don't think we have any set plans. Do we have any... No, I guess not.
Well, I have more notes if we're desperate.
We have more notes. Praise be.
Bluejay is prepared.
Okay. Good. And thank you for listening, everybody. And if you have any more questions, leave comments. Maybe there's comments wherever below.
We'll work on making social media platforms for people.
Yeah, look, if we leave comments, we'll mention you in an episode. Who knows? Although we've edited and recorded these a lot in advance, so maybe not. But anyway, thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.